All right, we are back for Venom spoiler reviews. Um, as I was saying, I really liked the film. I thought the directing was okay. I thought the actors really carried it. I thought the special effects carried it. So, and basically, in spite of the directing, I liked it. But he definitely, what's the guy's name again? Ruben Fleischer, who also did Gangster Squad. Again, everything that he does is kind of middle of the road, so could be better. And so when you look at some of his directing credits, you'll see it. But you're like, yeah, that was good, kinda. And I think that's what's happening with the critics slamming this film. But I'm waiting to see what Rotten Tomatoes does on it, because the Rotten Tomatoes side is only critics at that point. I don't see anything up there yet for audience reviews, but I'm sure the audience will like it because it was entertaining. So again, we were talking about the origin story, so it kind of follows the cartoons. I even mention Jameson. So for comic book fans, you're going to get that right off the bat, that it's J. Jonah Jameson's son. And originally in the cartoon, his son, who was an astronaut, did bring the symbiote back. That followed the comic book pretty closely. But again, they couldn't do it because of Secret Wars. They couldn't do the real origin. So here we are with this other origin story of the symbiote coming bound down from space. And I think that J. Jonah's son's in the comic. I think that he's actually Werewolf by Night, or in the old stuff. So I think they updated it with the fact, instead of him being a werewolf, that he came with the symbiote. And there was several of them. In fact, I thought that they were going to introduce Scream in there, because I thought the old woman that ended up, Venom ended up coming on his thing. And what they didn't do is they didn't explain the names. Like, there was Riot and there was Venom, and who knows what the other names of the other things are. Where did they come up with these names from? I thought that was kind of odd. It's like they had them before they even came to the planet. It was weird. So then he ended up getting they explained that the symbiotes only attach to certain people without killing them, but yet ended up that Carlton Drake, that he was able to coexist with his symbiote as well. Okay, so there was some holes, so some stuff that we had to get over for the story to keep going. And okay, but again, it was a fun movie. It was kind of like a leave a brain at the door kind of thing. Don't think about it too much, or else you're going to find the holes. The just inconsistencies, etc. I did like, again, how he's like, I ended up liking you, and I want to like this. I like the planet. I want to stay. Being his motivation for helping him. And I love when Michelle Williams got Venom for a little bit of time. It looked great, and she's like, "Oh my god, I just ripped that guy's head off." And of course, the whole ending with, "Oh, I have a parasite." He's like, "Oh, I'm a parasite." I liked all that, and then of course he's like, "Oh, we're gonna get her back. We're gonna get." She's like, "You want something you want to tell me?" But again, all good stuff. And the fact that I remember it a day later, some of the dialogue shows you that it does stick with you a little bit. So it is memorable. It's not a completely, when you walk out the door, like some of the Transformer movies, where I forget it completely. So it is a movie that I remember everything the next day or the next week or whatever. So it has some very memorable scenes and memorable relationships. So I did like it. And even the Carlton Drake character, you kind of saw where he was trying to go with everything. Yes, he was a complete dick with everything, and he was completely ruthless. But he knew what he wanted, and the fact that the Earth is going to end. I wish they gave a little bit more background to that, because we all know it's not going to end, within the next generation. So it's like saying, yeah, the whole Earth's going to end in 100 years. I doubt that's going to happen. But I wish they had given a little bit more backstory to why they think that's going to happen. If there was some kind of apocalyptic event that's going to happen, or something that they knew that we didn't. And if that's the case, why would Venom stay on a planet that was doomed unless he knew how to fix it? And I did like the fact that he said, "Yeah, there's no way we're going to win against Riot. It's not going to happen." But when Brock took the knife to the chest, I was generally sad. I'm like, I knew he was going to come back, but I'm like, oh my god, he just got his ass kicked. Which means I fell for the character. So, again, all good stuff. I recommend seeing it. I saw it in 3D, but you don't need to see it in 3D. It was just the only reason I saw it in 3D was because it just happened to start playing on the time I could go. But yeah, it was. If you're a comic book fan, again, it's a kind of a must-see. But I liked it. And in fact, it was better than I thought it was going to be. I had very low expectations for it because it is Fox. It's not really Marvel. It's not Fox. I mean Sony. Not really Marvel. And Sony has been hit and miss with Spider-Man until, of course, they gave it back to Marvel. But I'm pleasantly surprised with it and go from there. But all right. So I'm going to be doing Star is Born next, and so watch out for that. And again, thank you for watching, and subscribe, and forward it on to your friends. All right. There's my spoiler review of Venom. Have a good weekend, guys.